It's hard to imagine The Price is Right without Bullseye. A popular little game from the get-go, this one is notable for its main round where the contestant picks a quantity of a product and then tries to hit the bullseye, as well as having a second chance round if the first 3 attempts don't work. Always a fun little watch that hits the spot every time. Here we go with 5 fun facts about Bullseye. Number 5. Another game loosely based on a sport. 1976 has so far not let us down when it comes to athletic events. Hurdles paid homage to track and field, cliffhangers paid homage to mountain climbing, and there's yet another big one coming in the near future, and I'm already quite excited about that one. But here we have a game based on archery, a sport which has essentially gone from the survival of man to recreation. The reason that this fact was given an asterisk is because one could also argue darts as an inspiration as well, which is also a competitive sport. Number 4. It's similar to another classic pricing game. The basic gameplay of Bullseye involves the contestants selecting a various quantity of one of 5 products and then multiplying it to create a price. If this sounds a lot like grocery game, you're right, and some contestants understandably confuse the two games at times. But unlike grocery game where it's the sum of all turns, each product here is its own exclusive turn where the result is tallied one at a time. So a slightly different strategy is needed, and bidding over won't necessarily mean an immediate loss, which leads me to number 3, the hidden Bullseye rule change. Much like with the previously premiered dice game, there was an early rule difference that made the game just a little more difficult. While the hidden bullseye was underneath the price of one of the products played, only the product that was closest to the bullseye was revealed, thus the player having a random 1 in 5 chance of winning on the second bullseye round. This was very short-lived though, likely played by its current rules after only a few playings. Number 2. The 2017 modernization. Some games have experienced modernizations in recent years like Shell Game and 3 Strikes, and the decision to do so among fans is polarizing to say the least. The modernization of this game is slight compared to some others, but it does take away one major aspect of the excitement of the gameplay. Having the hidden bullseye as a digital graphic and not as a tangible piece of hidden cardboard just doesn't seem quite right. It's almost like it has the potential to change at the discretion of the operator, whereas a cardboard hidden bullseye is inarguable. While I do appreciate set modernizations, this is one I can't quite get behind. The cardboard bullseye just works better for the sake of keeping the game as fair as possible. Before I continue, I would like to give one honorable mention. A contestant once played with mismatched shoes. In 1992, a lady named Karen played Bullseye. Bob noticed she was wearing mismatched shoes and called them out on the air. Given how similar the colors are, Bob really had to look hard to have noticed. He had a history of calling out contestants at their expense, especially before the show was reduced to approximately 38 minutes, when that kind of free banter time just wasn't available anymore. One could argue that the name of the show could have been renamed to Bob's Price is Right, Play and Get the Hell Out. In the years leading up to his retirement, the game was moving that fast. And the number 1 fun fact about Bullseye, it's not the first game to be referred to as Bullseye. Serious fans of the show will obviously know this, but for casual viewers, this could be brand new information. 4 years prior to the premiere of Bullseye, there were 2 failed experiments from 1972 that are referred to as Bullseye 1 and Double Bullseye. I somehow miraculously came up with 5 fun facts about both of these games, and the videos are still available. But those versions were very quickly retired, and in 1976, the Bullseye that we know and love today was created. So while some longtime fans and historians may refer to the game as Bullseye 2, on air, it is simply known as Bullseye. The producers then had no way of knowing that decades in the future, people like myself would easily access the original game's name Bullseye. Nostalgia is a funny beast, for sure.